It's been nigh about 20 years since them Couillon fool done broke magic, and the world ain't been right since. Monstre effrayant from them other worlds running round, terrorisé. And down in the bayou, in that there gris water, there's some kind of evil. C'est une sorte de démon maléfique. So beware, my friends. Go carefully. Attention, mes amis, allez-y, pro démon. Else that murky water gonna lead you to the grave. So come with us as we go on another fool's quest. Oh, de trouble.
So, middle of the night, Ren, you're in your trance, and Pilsner and Elmer are both fast asleep. But you're all awakened or, shaken out of it. I don't know. Do you awaken from a trance? It's like meditating. I don't feel like it's sleeping, but...
I could be startled out of it.
Yeah, you're startled out of your sleep slash trance to a loud pounding on the door.
What knockers?
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
And as you look around, there's...
Ren moving the house again.
Lurid firelight flickers through the windows, or torchlight as if from several torches outside. And there's a steady boom, 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 boom on the door. And you hear a familiar voice say, "Y'all come on out now. Make it easy."
Do what?
Oh, no.
Y'all boys going out here. Recognized Bio Bill's voice. He sounds pretty worked up.
Open the door. Do what?
You open the door, and there's Bill holding the crossbow. There's several of the townies behind him, and Constable Pete, and several of the fishers and stuff whose names you guys haven't learned because they're not real NPCs.
What's her name?
No, they're not real. Stop it. But Pete says, you must have really thought we were done making that poor girl up to be a hag like that.
Do what?
Y'all come along quiet now, he says, and he puts his hand on his sword hilt. And no need to make this ugly. And we know what you are too, Warlock, he says when he looks at Ren. It seems fitting we use that stake for you and you two. Trying to get an innocent girl burned at it.
What are we talking about here, girl? We've been asleep for since yesterday.
Warlock. You're so silly. There's no proof of that.
I don't know if you remember, but we saved you when you were treed by a shellfish.
I know you got me out that tree, but that's disgusting what you did to that girl. You dress her up like a hag, toss her in that cage for days, try to get us to burn her at the stake.
That was your idea. We never said anything about burning.
Do you remember what you said to us when we got you out of that tree? And you said, thanks the stars and your mother's scars. Do you remember that?
I don't think so.
Oh, bro.
Make perception checks.
I'm trying to see if he's the shapeshifter, guys. So I said something that he didn't say. Oh, shit. Perception.
10.
12.
It was 8, 10, and 12. But 12's enough. You notice Miss Hattie on the front porch of her, place, her inn. That's the word. Inn. Comforting, it looks like a young woman, blonde hair, crying on Miss Hattie's shoulder. And
is it the same one that we saw originally in the house?
It is.
Dude, that's the swag.
Well, yeah, clearly we didn't make her put the sock back in her mouth, so she changed herself. Yeah. That's not the problem. I'm just trying to see if this guy here is who he says he is.
Oh, we can figure that out. and I'll expend an action to do my magical awareness.
Ooh.
So as an action, I can open my awareness to the presence of any concentrated magic till the end of my next turn. I know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of me that isn't behind total cover. And when I sense it, I can also determine the school of magic it belongs to.
So you sense it. You don't see like an aura, like detect magic or anything. You can definitely sense illusory magic, magic of the illusion school, although you can't tell what it's coming from. But it's very strong, definitely within 60 feet of you.
Yeah. Guys, there's illusions going on here, bro.
I might be wrong with the school. Nope, I'm right.
Yeah, it seems weird that somebody with so much magic is calling me a warlock. My, how the treehouse is turned.
Listen here, warlock.
Oh, my name's Ren.
You wicked kind of what's wrong with this world, and we're going to get rid of you tonight. And he points at the stake just right over next to you here.
Bros, that don't sound like Bill.
You're like super judgy for a guy who was selling dead people's stuff. All right.
What use they gonna have for it, huh?
I hope he didn't kill the real Bayou Bill.
Maybe he turned them to stone so that he could sell their stuff. You ever think of that?
Pilsner, maybe you should just like slowly close the door.
And
Don't argue while
Constable Pete draws a sword and says, "You boys coming out here or not?"
Nope.
Ooh, Pete, I'm gonna have to think that's a not from me. Not if you're trying to burn me at a stake for something I didn't do.
Well, it seems like not a wise decision.
Well,
And if you remember, Pete, I told you shouldn't burn the swag at the stake. Now, I wasn't trying to get an innocent girl burned. Specifically, said not to burn her alive.
I was also conflicted on that point.
I still don't care. Get off my porch.
well, the thing is, you stole her things and still have them. And I just have trouble believing you're not trying to frame her, especially with that stake being erected right there.
I know she looks pretty now, but did you try putting a sock in her mouth?
I got an extra sock. Hold on.
I don't know why I would put a sock in her mouth. Are you torturing the girl as well as trying to kill her?
No. Bro, she used magic when we first found her out in the swamp. The swag disguises herself as a cute little her. You know, and I point over to Hattie and the girl.
Hattie is patting the girl, who is just weeping uncontrollably, appears. Right on Hattie's front porch there, and she's just glaring daggers at you guys. She's disgusted. That poor girl.
This ain't right. We gotta make this better. I'll start walking over toward Hattie.
So you walk out of the house?
Yeah.
I close the door behind him.
You close the door behind him.
We can get to the controls without going outside, right?
Yeah, I can teleport like all the way upstairs.
Well, there's like you go up the stairs and then there's like another stairway inside to get up there. But yeah, you can just bamf up there. So you go out of the house and step onto the boardwalk right in front of Miss Hattie's place there.
Yeah.
From the house.
Does the no, it hasn't been the end of the next turn. How's the time frame work on that one?
I mean, I wasn't too worried about turns at the moment.
Okay. I'm just seeing if that presence gets stronger when I get toward the girl.
It stays exactly the same.
So it's probably somewhere back in the crowd then.
Hard to say. There's no sense of direction for it at all. It's just present.
That's a shit ability.
I mean, the ability specifically tells you if an object is magical. Like, I mean, it could be
know
useful.
the location of any spell or magic item.
The location of any spell or magic item.
So if he's using a spell to do that, like Alter Self or Polymorph or something like that, I would know the location of that spell.
Okay.
But if it's an ability, or if it's from a magic item, I would know the location of the item, or sense the location of the item.
Yeah, you would know the location of the item. So it's not from an item. You do know that.
Mm-hmm.
You can sense the magic, but you cannot sense the location of the spell.
It's around here somewhere. But I'll continue to Hattie's and like try to hold the crowd at bay. Whoa, we'll get to the bottom of this, bros. Miss Hattie, you need to watch out for that little girl. She is not what she seems to be.
Don't y'all boys think you done enough of that little girl? Says Miss Hattie.
Does the girl have any kind of illusionary presence?
Not that you can sense. You can sense very strongly illusion magic, but you cannot sense the location of the spell, which is very strange. Give me an insight check.
Ooh. 14.
You can't sense a location of the spell, but it seems to be everything is the spell. The location is just everywhere.
I'll shout down from upstairs where I've gone now and be like, Elmer, talk to your people. Get them to calm down.
They're my people.
They're your swamp folk.
That's not true. I lived outside of the town, all right?
So BioBill's down there with Constable Pete, and there's a half dozen fishermen down there. And like half of them have crossbows and the other half have swords. They've all drawn their weapons at this point, and Constable Pete hollers up at you, Ren. I'm going to give y'all one more chance. Come on down out of there. A couple of the guys with crossbows are covering Pilsner over by Miss Hattie's there.
Yeah. I'm not doing anything aggressive or anything to him. I was like, whoa, bros, relax, bros.
If I come down, are you still going to burn me at the stake?
Of course we are.
Well, I don't see that happening then.
You're not very good at negotiating. You've never done this before, have you?
Am I dreaming?
Make a save. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, what?
Wisdom save. Ooh, 20. Flaccid.
Flaccid 20. So, yeah, you're dreaming. And that wakes you up out of it. You wake up
Whoa.
in the house.
Whoa.
And you can hear frogs and, whatever birds or things at night. Outside, the swamp sounds, the regular swamp sounds. Your fire's still burning. You can roll over and see Ren. I don't know. How do you meditate? Sitting in a chair or something?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be sitting in a chair. I'd probably be like, Elmer, go get your people. Elmer.
He's like freaking out doing the Doctor Strange thing.
Trance talking.
Yeah, the crazy Doctor Strange, checking all the timelines.
Yeah.
That's going on. Elmer's over there just farting in bed.
Yeah.
Correct.
Old guy.
Yeah. He fart a lot.
Old goblin.
Just bones cracking in my sleep.
Just rub some dirt on it.
Not my people.
Where's the A&D?
So I'll get myself together and see if I can wake them. I'll start with Ren.
Yeah, you're able to wake them. Just a little
grab by the
shake, and
shoulders
you guys
shake him real hard.
I'm not a warlock.
Ren,
snap out of it.
Ren, bro, you're dreaming.
Indeed, it seems you were dreaming.
Oh, no more stew for us, bro.
I hate that.
It's still the middle of the night, though.
Yeah, we'll just stand there and watch Elmer partner sleep.
You just leave Elmer asleep.
Mumbling about tarps.
Bunch of tarps.
Ooh-wee, sacrilege, hein? These gumbo yaya down here in the bayou, c'est très magnifique. We're gonna take a quick break to grab us some pralines and maybe dress us up a muffalata. Whew, and a lot of it is. Woo! Y'all hold on tight. We're gonna be right back after this.
My name is Johnny, and I'm the host, executive producer, and prince of lies for the Monsters Playbook. What's the Monsters Playbook? It's an actual play Monster of the Week podcast set in my hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota, where no monster can hurt you as badly as you can hurt yourself. It's a character-focused adventure where you'll meet Kira Ashwood, a journalist with a cult past she's desperate to atone for, and a secret power hidden even from herself. Casey Davis, a taciturn secret agent becoming disillusioned with the agency she thought she could trust. Theo Nessos, a professional sorceress trying to escape the shadow of her powerful magical family. And Mark Clayton, a pretty haunted introvert who just wants to make sense of his powers and all the weird things that keep happening to him. This is a show where danger could just as easily come from an otherworldly threat as from the fragile emotions that anchor our characters and bind them together. If you like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Dresden Files, or any city-set supernatural story with monstrous threats and messy feelings, check out the Monsters Playbook. New episodes every other Tuesday, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I've lived my whole life being absolutely average. We're talking cat-owning, small apartment in the city, normal human being. That is until recently. Now I'm being told that not only am I not normal, I'm not even human. I'm something called an anomaly. Chaos incarnate. And I might be the cause of the end of humanity. Follow along as I discover who my friends are, who is trying to manipulate me, and who is trying to kill me before I ravage this world.
See, Cher? I told you we'd be right back. Time to get back to the amusement. Laissez les bons temps rouler. Let them good times roll.
So, Elmer, yeah, you're listening to Ren upstairs shouting at you about getting your people, and then he just seems to disappear. I have a big wet spot on my pants where Puddles slobbered on me. Puddles, you're wonderful. Yeah, he just seems to disappear, and then it seems like someone's outside kicking the door. Just boom, rattling the whole thing, trying to smash it in.
I'm gonna run upstairs to the controls and run away with the house.
You run upstairs and grab the controls, which you've never done before. You're too short to see over the edge, so you can't see where you're going. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. You can see just fine.
It's just tromping through town like Godzilla.
But as you stand the house up, make a wisdom saving throw.
No. It's a natural one.
The house falls over and Elmer falls down on the ground in bed.
You're locked in for like the next 2 hours.
Things... I don't think I'm going to do the whole dream sequence because...
We're just watching him.
Yeah.
Rapidly devolve for you, Elmer, in the dream. It becomes a horrible nightmare. The house grows eyes and arms also and tries to shove you into its door mouth, and you run away and you're running and all the people are shooting at you, and it's just terrifying. And then you're tied to the stake and they're lighting it on fire, and then you wake up.
He's like tossing and turning and screaming in his sleep, and I'm like, he's so peaceful. I don't want to wake him.
Baby.
Isn't it cute when he farts?
I tuck him in with an extra tarp.
I'm sweating. This is a sauna.
Yeah, the fire that you feel is because I wrapped a tarp around you.
The farts are building up. Inhaling too much
tarp.
methane gas.
It's an inflated tarp.
Elmer, you wake up in the morning when you would normally wake up, but you do not feel rested at all, and you actually are down 6 hit points from your maximum hit points.
You sweat the hit points out.
You take psychic damage from
Wake
the
up at 6 a.m. feeling like shit.
I made you some breakfast. It's a stew.
Well, put some mayonnaise on and bring it over.
Oof.
You gotta spice it up somehow.
Oh, man.
Better still be boiling hot when it gets here.
So the swamp seems hushed this morning. There's another heavy fog laying over. This is one of those just thick, all-encompassing fogs, you know. Mm-hmm. See a couple 100 feet. Normally, you guys, where you're at here, should be able to see some buildings, but it's just a little too foggy to make them out.
Yeah, it's that swampy pea soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some John Carpenter shit.
Yeah. Kind of like some John Carpenter shit. Even the swamp sounds are pretty subdued, pretty quiet, pretty muffled with the fog in the air. Do you take the house back to the town?
It wasn't going to be ready today, right?
The
barge
was not ready today.
The burning
bonfire was scheduled for today.
No, I'll leave the house out of town then, again, to protect them from swags if they attack. I won't bring it back until we need to hook the barge up and go.
Cool.
So
you guys have a couple of boats. Well, just the one boat now. Mm-hmm. Give Fred his boat.
We all had the same dream then?
Yeah.
We should ask the people in the town if they had shitty dreams.
They didn't have the
And then all their friends left them in their dreams. Bastards.
You just wake up with a shitty disposition.
I don't know how, I don't know why, but I know that nightmare was your fault. Everything bad that happens to me.
So you take the boat back into town.
Yep.
And tie up at Miss Hattie's dock there for breakfast, or you head over to Constable Pete's and check on the hag. What are you going for?
Well, I was going to say I glance over at the hag, but with the fog, I wouldn't be able to see anything.
I'm going to go check with Miss Hattie, see if she's had any bad dreams or if anybody else has been coming around talking about them, because this is where a lot of people sleep, right?
And I'd probably go check Bayou Bill and poke him several times to see if he's an illusion or if he's the real Bayou Bill.
All right, so Bayou Bill, you can hear him once you get into town. It sounds like him and his crew are loading stuff up on the barge, but you can't really make out what they're doing from where you're at. You can just kind of see some smudges in the fog, moving around. So you head over that way. Elmer, you go into Miss Hattie's, and Pilsner, you go...
Probably going with Ren.
With Ren. Elmer, you go into Miss Hattie's, and she looks just real tired. She looks like she feels about like you do. And Owen is also in there, just poking at a bowl of oatmeal with his spoon. Also looking like he's not feeling any better than you are. As you guys head over to the barge, you can see the whole crew working this morning. They seem to be sort of organizing things on the deck of the barge, carefully wrapping the statues and restacking them and moving crates around, making room and stuff like that. But they're all moving slow and sort of sullenly this morning as well.
Everybody had a rough night last night.
Not much banter or anything. You go over and just give Bayou Bill a prod.
Yeah, I'll teleport over to his little thing there, and I'll walk up to him. Bayou Bill, and I'll put my hand on his face gently, just to see if it's a real face. Did you have a dream last night?
Well, why you ask me about dreams? I have I had a real stinker of a dream last night. Real nightmare.
Me too. And in it, you were someone that you're not, I think.
I was someone I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'll tell you in mine, I was getting eaten by that crocodile.
Oh, it was a different dream. That's good to know. Good to know. Okay. And I'll teleport back to the boat.
And you're at Miss Hattie's. You go ask her about dreams, or?
Yeah, I go ask her how she slept last night.
I slept just dreadfully last night, but I appreciate you asking after my health.
Do you have bad dreams?
I did, just terrible nightmares all night.
What were the nightmares about?
Oh, well, the first one, I was caught in a fire. Why, my tavern was on fire, and I was caught. I couldn't get out. Someone had nailed all the windows shut or painted them shut or some such, and I couldn't go down the stairs because I was afraid I'd slip.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, and after that, I had a dream that there was giant bugs and mice and all kinds of vermin just chasing me.
Have you heard of anybody else having these bad dreams as well? Anybody else been complaining of them?
Well, I haven't asked, she says, but then Owen says, I had nightmares. And goes back to poking his oatmeal.
Or do you have nightmares about Owen?
Just scary stuff. I don't want to talk about it.
I understand that.
I was in the tree again, right?
You weren't...
Crawdads.
As long as you weren't burning me at a stake, we're good.
Burn you at a stake.
Giant mud bugs.
Burn you at a chopstick, short stuff.
Owen. Owen woke up today and chose violence.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to make his oatmeal pop.
Splatters on his face a little bit. I suppose I deserve that. Yeah, town. The general atmosphere in town is pretty subdued this morning.
Yeah.
Well, at least no one knows about me not being a you-know-what.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, you're kind of hung up on that whole warlock thing, huh?
Well, yeah. Before I got to town, some students from the academy, I bumped into them, and they may have been kind of hunting for warlocks, so...
Oh, that's not cool.
You
seem like a pretty cool dude to me, so...
Yeah, we're gonna keep that on the
Oh,
DL.
sure. Mum's the word, bro. I probably shouldn't tell Elmer, huh?
I mean...
He already knows. He saw.
In our shared dream, he called us his friends, so I'm sure it's fine.
He's a good little green bro.
Or wait, no, he said that this morning, didn't he?
It was after the dream.
It's all a blur. He was so mad at us, he called us his friends.
I think it's a swearing goblin.
Yeah, means something different in Goblin.
Drop the F-bomb. Friends.
F-bomb.
Ding.
And yeah, you guys just spent the night having a terrible nightmare and are now awake. It is the day of the bonfire.
The day of the burning.
And it's cross-in, not cross-end. Right?
Yes, crossing.
Okay. Just to make sure.
Correct. Yeah, it seems to be a little bit of a conundrum in the town as to what to do with this hag who's imprisoned but hasn't actually done anything against the town.
Alright, well, once I meet back up with Ren and Pilsner, I'll see. Do you guys want to go talk to the hag, see if she had something to do with those dreams we were having?
I mean, we can. Do you think she'll tell the truth if it was her?
Probably. I don't know. If you did some crazy shit like that to somebody, you want to tell them about it, right?
I mean, alright, that's fine. We can do that.
I want to go ask her if she did that. Head over to where she's at.
She's still hanging in the crow cage, still holding the sock.
Put it in your mouth.
Jesus.
Stop it!
You wait outside.
We are outside.
You wait more outside.
Wait in the house.
Outside here.
You wait in the house.
You wait in the boat.
You, back in the house. All right. Put it in your mouth.
God damn it.
I'll give you gold.
Jesus.
You can't do that. You're kidnappers.
Eat it.
And now you're property. You're going to jail.
It puts the sock in its mouth.
Oh my God.
This doesn't need to be like this.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah, she's still hanging in the cage there.
Hey, you messing with my sleep?
No. Was your sleep disturbed?
That's what I said. Yeah, it was a mess with. If it wasn't you, did you put a curse on that house?
Perhaps it was my sisters delivering a warning.
Tell them cut that shit out.
I will not.
I really don't like this lady.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, townies are trying to kill her for no reason outside of she's annoying
Well,
and ugly.
I'm still in the house, aren't I?
Did you go back to the house?
Fine, okay, I'll quit.
Make Arcana checks you two real quick.
16.
Ooh, 17.
So both of you know that hags are fey creatures and as such are bound by bargains that they might strike. Like,
I'm in the house.
outside of... If they strike a bargain, they have to hold to the letter of the bargain. They're compelled to do so.
Right.
So we should make a deal. She stops fucking with us if we let her go. Maybe.
Leave the town
I don't
alone.
think we can make that deal on behalf of the town. We'd have to get Constable Pete over here.
Yeah, let's go get him.
Because, I mean, if we make the deal that she'll stop fucking with us, we're about to leave.
Fair.
Yeah. I
right.
mean, I guess we could include the town. I'm
Yeah.
mostly just concerned with me, but...
Like with,
All right,
with
you-
most contracts, you got to be real careful with the wording.
You go get Pete, and I'll go tell Pilsner he's out of timeout.
I'm going to go get Pete.
I'll go get Pilsner.
I mean, the cage is right behind Pete's house, so you're just walk around the house and knock on the door.
I just turn around. Pete!
He's pretty groggy looking too. But
Hey, Pete.
oh, hey, it's you again.
We have an idea for a resolution with this swag.
Oh, what's that?
Well, we're thinking that you should make a deal with her to let her go. In return, she leaves the town and all of its inhabitants and us specifically and the house alone.
Can she be trusted? She's a swag.
Yeah, they have to follow agreements if they make them.
So I just go tell her, hey, I'll let you go if you leave us alone.
If you leave all of us, the town and all of the inhabitants, and my two friends, and the houseboat alone. Yes.
Well,
Maybe you should write it down for him.
that seems awful easy.
That's that deal.
All right, let me get the key. Goes in, comes back out with the big key, and walks around to the cage and says, "Hey, you hag." And she just glares at me and says, "I'm told I can strike a bargain with you, and you'll honor it. So I'll tell you what. I think this here was all a misunderstanding, and if you agree not to harm us or any of the townsfolk or the town or those adventurers with the walking house there, we'll let you free. Do we have a deal?" And she glares at him for a while, and then she says, "Bargain struck."
Can I have the sock?
This is
Sorry.
And Pete unlocks the cage and opens the door and steps back, and she climbs down and she looks at you and then just drops the sock in a mud puddle.
I can respect that.
Now you've stolen my house. You've robbed the thief.
So we're like even?
We're not even. The scores are not settled.
What if we use your house to find the thief and recover the item he stole from you?
Recover it for who?
Well, I wouldn't mind giving it back to you if I am certain that you wouldn't use it for evil. And also, I probably should check with my fairy godmother.
So, in payment for my home, you will retrieve my property from a thief and return it to me.
Correct. I think you've got the gist of it.
Bargain struck, she says. I'll know when you've recovered my property.
Fantastic.
This is the best trade deal. Just
Elmer and I just sitting over there with our fingers crossed.
you just traded her stuff for her stuff. That's what.
Yes, you did. And then she turns around and starts walking into the swamp. In the fog there. And, you shortly lose sight of her in the fog.
Pilsner, we need more fake campsites. Stat.
Constable Pete looks at you and says, let me help you with that.
Yeah. There's some bros over here that know what they're doing too, so we can get them going.
Yeah.
Constable Pete runs inside and grabs some like old sweatpants and t-shirts. Starts stuffing them with ferns and whatnot.
Constable Pete specifically said in his deal that she wouldn't hurt the townsfolk or the town and didn't say anything about anyone else on her behalf.
Yeah,
so
she's got 2 sisters.
we're gonna need some fake campsites with the quickness.
And giant animals
Or-
attacking technically aren't her.
We just kidnap her sisters, so they have to make the same bargain, and we get 2 more houses.
Oh, we gotta find
Probably.
them.
You think they have 3 tree houses? We could do tree house fights.
Yeah, that's what it's, treehouse races.
I was thinking races too, yeah.
Just wait till you figure out they shoot lightning bolts.
Does each one come with a giant bird? Because I lost my bird.
It was delicious.
It was mine, too. I charmed it and everything.
Right, so you guys have struck a bargain with that hag. And now are the proper deeded owners of that walking house.
Dun dun dun.
That's going to be a level.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.